Welcome back, Brooklyn Nets fans. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Nets World. My name is John, and today we're going to be talking about some preseason. So the Nets ended up going 2-2 in preseason. They went 1-2 against actual NBA teams, and then they beat Maccabi Renan. I think that's how you say that name. So they beat the non-NBA team, and then they went 1-2 against actual NBA teams. And today I want to talk to you about how I feel about this preseason. So to start it off with, the Nets did lose to the Lakers. They lost 126-129. It's a very close game. But there was a few factors for the Nets that were positive signs. Starting off with Ben Simmons, I'm really starting to see that Ben Simmons is starting to get his strength back. He's starting to get his explosiveness back. That was just from the Lakers game. All four preseason games, I could say that I've taken something good away from what the Nets have been doing. Right now, it looks like defensively, where the Nets should be holding their hat on, it was a little bit of a struggle these 4 games. But as what Jacques Vaughn says,
well, I think we're still trying to get a hold of concepts. We're introducing new concepts on a daily basis, and so I'm throwing a lot at the guys just so that they can feel some of the things that we want to do. We probably did 3 or 4 different coverages tonight, so that's a lot to grab onto, but it gives me a chance to teach with video and introduce some things that way when I know I only have 4 preseason games. And so that's been by design. I've asked them to be patient and, giving them all the layers to the defense. But the one layer that you have to bring every single night, no matter what defense it is, because they all have holes in them, because the offense is geared to score in this league and they have the advantage, is you got to play hard.
Jacques Vaughn saying that they're learning new concepts in preseason, that this is the time to do it, is learn different offensive concepts, learn different defensive concepts. But we know that this team is going to be really good defensively. We got the players: Ben Simmons, Mikal Bridges, Dorian Finney-Smith, Royce O'Neal, Nick Claxton. Day'Ron Sharpe's not bad. Royce O'Neal is not bad. Spencer Dinwiddie isn't great, but he's not a terrible defender. Cam Johnson's not a bad defender. Like, we have all these defenders on this team that's what the Nets are going to hang their head on. So the fact that Jacques Vaughn said that they're learning new concepts defensively, whether it's drop coverage, switching, whatever it is, they've had training camp and preseason to figure it out, and this is the time to figure it out. But the fact that Ben Simmons is looking explosive, the fact that he is sharing with his open team, and Ben Simmons is looking really, 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 really good right now, is a hopeful sign for all us Nets fans that, maybe this team can be the 6th seed. Maybe this team can be the 5th seed. Now, there's some things that you might look at and be like, well, somebody like Mikal Bridges struggled all preseason. He couldn't really get his shot off. Well, this is what Jacques Vaughn had to say about that.
Yeah, I guess I could reveal that we haven't really put any sets in for Mikal yet. So really, I've been trying to just get us to understand how to change sides of the floor with the basketball, play concept basketball. So we've been really focused on that. Probably only plays we put in is a few side out of bounds and out of bounds underneath. I think we'll use this time from here to the first game to get some sets in that put Mikal in positions to be successful. But really, that was a strategy. We got to learn how to play with Nick and Ben and the spacing, concept basketball, how to play with each other, for each other, how to get each other open. So that's been really the emphasis so far, which has been good to see.
You heard Jacques Vaughn wasn't doing sets, not for Mikal Bridges. He's having to get everything on his own. Hopefully there's enough space, whatever the case may be. But the fact that there was no sets here, and they are really trying to figure out how to get Ben Simmons and Nick Claxton, the 2 non-spacers on the team, to play together, to learn the concept of them playing together. It's possible. You had the Cleveland Cavaliers play Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, and have a great record in the regular season. Now the difference between that is the playoffs wasn't that great for the Cavaliers, as the Knicks just took them out. That Philly game, I could tell that they're not really doing any sets, and they still scored 119. Now, of course, there's no Joel Embiid, there's no James Harden, if there's ever going to be a James Harden, unknown there. But the fact that they didn't have Joel Embiid, and you could say, well, they lost to the Sixers, who didn't have any of their star players. That's fine. Again, against the Sixers, Mikal wasn't playing and Cam Johnson's not playing. So for the Nets, they have players that weren't playing either. But one key takeaway offensively, I could tell you, other than Ben Simmons and Ben Simmons looking great, and you know what? Let me show you this clip of a Ben Simmons play right here.
Nice look inside. Now Simmons behind the back to Dinwiddie, and he connects. How about that pass from Ben Simmons? Wow. Bounce pass behind the back with your left hand, and here's Simmons. And now a steal. Here comes Simmons with the throwdown. And a little pose for the fans under the basket. A 9-3 Brooklyn Nets run.
That's what's really making Nets fans hopeful right there is Ben Simmons doing things like that where he will pass to an open three-point shooter, get back, steal the ball, and going for a dunk. Explosiveness, fast break points, turnovers. That's how the Nets are going to win. Working hard, as what Jacques Vaughn says. Working hard is the key for this Nets team to be able to win. But going back to the one key takeaway I had offensively, Cam Thomas. This is his third season. This is Cam Thomas's third season. It's looking like he's really going to have a big, important role. And offensively, the Nets are going to need that. Ben Simmons doesn't shoot. Nick Claxton doesn't shoot. They're not scorers. Mikal, as you saw, Mikal can be a scorer. Mikal can be a scorer. Cam Johnson is a shooter. And Cam can score, but he's not really a scorer. He's more so of a shooter variety. But the Nets don't have a lot of scorers. So there's two names, and Cam Thomas and Lonnie Walker, that are going to be very huge for this team. They're going to be very big because we need instant offense at times. We're going to need a microwave. We're going to need somebody that's going to be able to heat up like that. Just in case there's games that Ben Simmons is turning the ball over, Nick Claxton's not really be able to get to the rim. Mikal Bridges isn't really, his shot's not falling. Cam Johnson's shot's not falling. Nobody's shot's falling. Well, maybe there's a Cam Thomas and a Lonnie Walker that's going to be able to score and pick up scoring. And you fill the rotation around Cam Thomas and Lonnie Walker with defense, like Ben Simmons, who can play make, Nick Claxton, who can switch to any offensive player, or Dorian Finney-Smith, or even DSJ, who I haven't even talked about. So these are all possibilities, and it's a very, very, very exciting to see. Now, one last player I want to talk about, and I'm pretty sure this is the last point I want to talk about. Yes, it is. Day'Ron Sharpe. I remember all last year the Nets fans, and even offseason Nets fans are like, oh, we need another big. We need another big. Come on, we need another big. Let's get another big. Well, Day'Ron Sharpe versus the Miami Heat had a really good game. He made a three. He went 6 for 6 from the free throw line. He had some crucial blocks. He was playing defensively. He looked like he was ready to actually have a role just like Cam Thomas. And they're both on their third year. They both got drafted the same year. I think Cam Thomas was 27 and I believe Day'Ron was 29. If I have that correct, I'm pretty sure that is correct. Day'Ron could have been a second round pick, but I'm pretty sure Day'Ron was first round pick 29, if I am not mistaken. But they're both on their third year, are coming out, and now it's just preseason. Don't bank everything off of preseason. I totally get that, and I'm not banking everything off of preseason. But Day'Ron looked good, and we already know Day'Ron can rebound the ball with the best of them. With the best of them, Day'Ron can rebound the ball. He's a hustle man, and if he can make his free throws, and if he can make his three-point shots, with Harry Giles even being a third center, or Ben Simmons possibly playing center. Now, Ben Simmons probably won't, but Ben Simmons is 6'10", locomotive, moving, guard-looking, skill-wise. Ben Simmons is that type of freak that if everything is right for Ben Simmons and he is healthy, yeah, he can look like that. But the Nets have a lot of big players on their team, and that could be getting minutes this year. Nick Claxton, Day'Ron Sharpe, Ben Simmons, Harry Giles. Who else can I say? Cam Johnson's pretty tall for himself. So now the one problem was rebounding still, offensive or both offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds. it looked like it was a struggle this preseason, but hopefully that's because they were learning a lot of different philosophies on the defensive end that they weren't really getting into their spots. I really hope that's what it is, because I remember there was one. It was against Philadelphia, and Philly ended up getting like 4 offensive rebounds alone, and I think it was somebody like Kelly Oubre who ended up coming in from the side and slamming it in after they got 4 offensive rebounds in a row. That was looking a little crazy, a little scary, and against Miami, I forgot. I don't remember what his first name is, but his last name I remember was Kane, and they were talking about him a lot, how he could be a pivotal player possibly for Miami, but have 14 rebounds against the Nets. So somebody that didn't even play last year, not even a big, Jamal Cain, I believe it was, having 14 rebounds is something that you don't want to see. But if the Nets can clean that up during the regular season, cleaning up their rebounding, then this team could make it far. And Ben Simmons not having 8 turnovers. Of course, Ben Simmons not having 8 turnovers. As they all try to figure each other out, it's going to be a slow process, and it's not going to be a process that's done like that. Nobody can figure out each other like that. Chemistry is something that takes time to learn, and over time, we're going to find out if the chemistry will get there. But anyway, y'all, that's it for preseason talk. I just wanted to bring up some preseason key points and stuff like that. But I hope y'all have a good one. Peace out.